Hi everyone, I'm Rob Brantley, kinesiology student at Cal Baptist University, here again with my lovely assistant, Mylene Brantley. We're going to demonstrate some preventative exercises an athlete can do to prevent injuries to your UCL in your elbow. The preventative exercise we're going to demonstrate today are wrist rollers. It's important to strengthen the flexors and extensors in your wrist because they provide support to your ulnar-collateral ligament or your elbow joint during the throwing motion, specifically during the cocking and accelerating phase of the throwing motion. Execution of the wrist roller, as we will demonstrate, is holding out the device in front of you with both hands and through alternating extensions of the wrist. You're going to roll the weight up, and through alternating flexions of the wrist, you're going to roll the weight back down. So we're going to go ahead and demonstrate the execution with our super handy wrist roller we have here. So Melanie's going to demonstrate holding it out in front of her. Your arms do not need to be completely straight out, which will put added pressure on your shoulders, but you can see she's controlling the weight up through wrist extension, alternating wrist extension, rolling the weight up, and adversely she can now take her wrist and alternating wrist flexion, controlling the descent of the weight back down. Because of the quick oscillating nature of this exercise, like repetitions are best quantified through time. So one set will be roughly about 35 to 45 seconds long. Once that time is completed and you have sufficient exhaustion of those muscle fibers, that will be the end of one set. And doing this for about 3 to 5 sets will be adequate for the stimulation of those muscles to grow and to enhance muscular endurance. 3 to 4 times out of the week is also sufficient days to stimulate these muscles, adding the subsequent days for rest. Common faults that you see with this exercise are when athletes, when they are trying to take the weight up, they'll use their torso in a wobbling fashion to kind of hoist the weight up. So she'll go ahead and demonstrate kind of how this happens using the kinetic energy from your torso. This takes away from the stimulus that you're actually trying to get on your forearm muscles. Another common fault that you see athletes do when performing this is not controlling the weight down. When they get tired, or if they're being lazy, they'll just let the weight roll back down, again taking away from the stimulus of the exercise. But when they do show sufficient mastery of wrist flexion and extension strength and endurance, the athlete can then progress on to rotating planes of motion to strengthen those forearm muscles to help support the ulnar-collateral ligament and the elbow joint. So pronation and supination forearm exercises will be performed next as our athlete will come over to this particular station. Before we get started, I just want to say that the benefits of this exercise, it stimulates the stretching of the UCL ligament in external rotation, which happens during the cocking and acceleration phase of the throwing motion. So it'll kind of help those neuromuscular adaptations to be ready for that sort of stimulus. Also strengthening the stabilizing muscles of the forearm in rotation, or I guess you'd say in this particular exercise, resistance against rotation. So execution, the athlete will go ahead and grab which will be loaded on one end, so one end heavy. And then from here, here our athletes starting in wrist pronation. She's going to externally rotate along the axis of the ulna, rotating the radius into supination, trying to control the weight from falling from one end to the other. So it's actually an eccentric loaded movement in external and internal rotation. Again, at this point in the exercise, you can see the stretch that the external rotation places on the medial side of the elbow where your ulnar collateral ligament is located. Common faults that you see with this exercise, similarly to the wrist roller, is the athlete will try and compensate with their torso to control the weight. This again takes away from the stimulus that you're looking to provide to the form in pronation and supination. Adequate amount of sets for this, you can do 2 to 3 sets for 15 to 20 repetitions. Again, that higher rep range enhances the muscular endurance. Because your wrist muscles are used so often, I mean every day, they're built to be like a high endurance muscle, so making sure we train in those rep ranges will be most efficient. 3 to 4 times out of the week will also be a sufficient number of days out of the week to train the pronation and supination exercise. But this has been a demonstration of preventative exercises that you can do for protecting your ulnar collateral ligament and your elbow joint. Thank you very much, man.